I'm Ben.
And I'm Nick. And this is for the boys back home. So, Ben and I kind of got this area cleared out over here. We're thinking of putting our tent, put in this area, and maybe put our fire over here. The only concern we have right now is this tree. It's looking kind of dead. I'm thinking about knocking it over. I don't know, what do you think, Ben?
Yeah, firewood too.
Nice firewood. So we might be using that some point later to fuel our fire, but it's kind of raining pretty good right now, so we'll have to see what happens, see if we can get that fire started, because we did not bring a lighter. So if we do not get this fire started with what we brought, we might be sleeping without a fire. Might be not cooking our food. As we'll see what happens.
We are camping in Cadillac, Michigan, which is in northwestern Lower Peninsula. Right here we're just cleaning up our camp. As you can see, we have a dead tree that we're trying to figure out what to do with, and we don't necessarily want it to fall on us. We're also clearing some leaves out of the way and major rocks, sticks, whatnot, just so we're not sleeping with a stick up our back. This campsite is located on a creek that runs into the Pine River, which is personally one of my favorite rivers in Michigan, and I'm sure we'll have a video in the future of us kayaking or canoeing down it. Right here, we're building a campfire, just gathering some rocks out of the river, or I should say creek. Not necessarily the most ideal scenario, as the rocks from the creek will split due to being soaked in the water, but it is what it is. It's all we could find. Then we started to set up a shelter, as our gear that you can see under the trees was starting to get wet, so we were trying to pull our old Boy Scout knowledge out and figure out how to tie some knots to tie a tarp into the trees to then protect our gear while we got the rest of the camp cleaned up. Throughout this video, you'll see that we set up 2 tarps in total. This first one we set up is a reflective tarp, and we tried to use it as a heat reflectant. Didn't necessarily work as to plan, but it is what it is. The second tarp, however, was more of a tarp you could use to sleep under, and definitely worked out a lot better. One thing that we did note after we got home from the trip is that it would have made a lot more sense to set the tarp up first, the bigger tarp up first, and then set the tent up underneath it, because we did get a little bit of water in our tent while we were setting it up. But overall, I was able to dry out, and no big deal. We ended up sleeping, not half bad for sleeping on the ground in March, which in Michigan is not necessarily the most common thing in the world. So you guys might recognize this tool from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. Nick will show you the gist of it.
It's a nice folding saw. If you know anything about Luke Nichols, you'll recognize this saw. We saw it and said, gotta have that. So, we're gonna cut this tree down so we don't have problems here overnight.
Don't want a tree falling on us in the middle of the night.
We're gonna see what happens, because we've never done something like this before.
Yeah, this might be interesting. So we're gonna try to cut a little bit of it and then just kick it out and call her a day.
It's a little wet. At least here at the base. Set this solid and get, oh shit. Well, we made some progress.
Yeah.
Oh shit, oh. Okay. Yep. I think if you push it towards me. Push it towards where I'm at. And this, oh shit.
Timber!
Oh damn. Make me shiver me timbers. Zoink, scoops!
We got the firewood now.
Sir, Chief. So right here, we got a registration card for Dispersed camping here in the state of Michigan. I'm going to show you all of it because it's got some of our information on there, but essentially this allows us to do dispersed camping where we're at right now, and we just gotta place it in a spot that's visible where we're camping right now for the length of our stay. Just has some basic information about us and how long we're here for. You just gotta post it so that way if anyone comes along, they know that we're camping here. And then we got Ben here. He's been working on get some shavings for the fire. We can get that started. So we got some small sticks here. Got some kindling and some tinder. And gotta get working on get some bigger sticks that are drier. That way we can get going, this fire going, get some warmth in here. So while Ben's getting set up over there, trying to cut down some of that wood of that tree that just came down, I'm gonna try and get some kindling and some tinder for our fire here. That way we can get it going here before it gets dark. So, notice here, I'm looking at one of these trees here. It's got a lot of dead wood here towards the bottom. So your hanging dead stuff is gonna be the driest in conditions like this, where it's raining or it's been wet. You're gonna find it up hanging versus down on the ground. All this stuff down here, all this is gonna be super wet. We don't want any of that to start off fire. Once we get it going, we can dry out some of this stuff, but up here, this stuff right here, this is the stuff we want to start our fire.
So, first trick of the trade we're gonna try to use is some cotton balls and some Vaseline. They burn for a while, so hopefully we can get something going with that. So I'm just gonna take some Vaseline, cotton ball, and get this nice and gummed up in here. Vaseline should burn for a while. It's a petroleum product. So just did a bunch of that all over that. Made a couple of them, see how it works. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm just gonna kind of sandwich that in there and have some stuff ready. So we're gonna see how this goes. So I'm gonna use the back side of my knife so I don't ruin the blade. And we're gonna see how this works.
That burn.
So we got
smaller sticks.
So we got it to light. So now we're gonna see if we can get it to get some stuff burning here. If it burns, if we can get this going, it should be pretty good. Oop.
Still got smolder underneath.
Yeah.
And you blew it up.
Alright, try this again.
You got it? You good? Some of these in here.
Believe it or not, what we saw on YouTube actually worked, and can confirm that the cotton ball Vaseline trick does work. No matches were used, no other aids. So currently we're trying to go collect some wood and get everything dried out. The rain seems to be slowing down a little bit. Doesn't help that we're under the trees, so we're getting some drips from the trees more or less than the actual rain. Pretty peaceful. Not terribly wet, not cold so far. Not getting hungry yet, so all good. Hoping to get this fire going and get dinner started. Hopefully we can dry some of our gear out a little bit more and then get our tent set up.
Our initial stockpile of wood to get this fire started kind of ran out, so kind of running around trying to get some dead stuff. Luckily I found a couple spots that might work. Just got to dry it out because everything is just so wet right now. Anyways, we'll check back with you guys later here in a bit. Well, let you know how the fire's going then.
All right guys, a little update here. So we got ourselves another shelter built. Storing our wood under there for now. Gonna eventually move our gear over. Still got a good fire going. The gear's kind of all over the place, so really should tidy that up. And Nick's over there getting us some more wood. So it's about 5:45 right now. Still got a little bit of sunlight left. Pretty consistent drizzle. Hopefully gonna get some dinner here soon and just kind of chill out for a little bit. So, and then pretty soon we're also gonna have to get the tent set up, so we'll keep you posted.
Still working on getting stuff done here. We got the fire nice going here. Yeah, see, there, nice fire. Glenn's chilling over there, hanging out, keeping warm. I'm gonna start getting the tent set up because we're expecting some rain tonight. So I'm gonna get that set up before it gets too wet out here, too bad. And we're gonna get some dinner started here pretty quick because Bennett and I are both kind of hungry. And so we're talking about making some New York strip steaks tonight with some potatoes, baked potatoes.
A little carrot, a little onion. So we'll see how that goes.
You can see us.
All right, so it's about 6:22. We got the fire ready to cook. I think tonight we're gonna do some steak and baked potatoes. So we're gonna kind of walk you through how we're gonna do that. So over here you can see we got a nice rock in the middle of the fire, some hot coals. So we're gonna grease that up, throw a little salt, a little pepper, you know, let her rip, and then we're gonna wrap the baked potatoes in tin foil and hopefully have some food here in about an hour.
Yeah, we also did some adjustments here to front of the tent. We added some sticks in there because it's getting really soupy here. But moving the tent ain't really thought in the mind at the moment. That might be a tomorrow problem if it's still an issue. Got all our gear in the tent for now. Setting up will come later. So yeah, that's what we got going. We'll start making dinner here. Cause I'm hungry. I don't know what you've been.
All right, so step one of the madness is we got 2 baked potatoes. And we're just gonna go through and we're gonna set those right on the coals, turn them occasionally, should cook pretty quickly. And now we're gonna start preparing the steaks. So now that we got the baked potatoes in the oven, I guess you wanna call it that, we're gonna take some butter and we're just gonna rub it on this rock and get the grill nice and oiled up. Ooh, that's hot. And don't worry, completely sanitary. If we die, well, you'll never see the video, so we'll never live to see the tale.
Oh, damn. That's sad. Ooh, look at that butter. So, fun fact about me is that I really like butter, so we're using butter as often as we can.
All right, so here, got 2 choice grade New York strips. And there's some decent marbling on here. We're just gonna set these boys right by the fire.
Starting to sizzle a little bit.
And then I got myself some seasonings. So for this, I believe we are gonna do just keep it simple. A little salt, a little pepper. So we'll start off with our pepper. Yeah, just get those all nice and peppered up. Good deal. Yeah, set that there for now. And gotta get that salt. So, and just sprinkle it on there, just like Google Foods would do. Now we wait, and hopefully it cooks.
And Nick's still hungry. Maybe Ben too, but I'm definitely hungry. So, been cooking dinner for a while now. We got steaks cooking. They're looking nice and juicy down there. And we have potatoes still going. Getting a little bit drier. The ground is still white muddy. And still raining, of course. We're probably going to be heading to the tent to eat. It's just not the best out here. Still quite nice by the fire though. Keeping nice and warm here.
We're dry. But, however, we are getting hungry, so
hopefully this finishes soon because we want to eat.
The steak turned out pretty good. A little overcooked for my liking, but that's no big thing.
Still tastes pretty damn good.
Got the fire going. Yeah, little Nicky B over there is chomping away. So right now we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna have our baked potato after our steak, and then probably camp a little bit and go hang our food up so the bears don't come eat us, because Yogi is not welcome over here. And I'll probably go set up inside the tent and just relax for the night. It's about 7 o'clock, so who knows, maybe we'll listen to a podcast or just hang out and chat for a while. Now it's time to work on the old baked potato. Well, we're out here, it's darker than hoo-ha. Got the food up in the tree. Now it's time to head back to camp. It's a nice drizzly night here in the forest. No big deal. And we got our camp down there, a little overhead POV. Pretty cool. Now let's just hope I don't fall on this hill, and we should be all good to go.
Ben and I are in the tent now. It's 8
o'clock. 8:15.
Quarter after 8 now. We decided to head in because it was getting kind of dark out and fire was getting a little low, so we just moved it down to coals and we got all in here nice, dry and warm. Set everything up. Got nice dry socks on. Both of us. All clean clothes.
Looking good.
Looking good.
Yep.
We're looking good. Feeling a lot better now.
We got full stomachs. We're dry, and now we're ready to go to sleep. Right now it's about 45 degrees, not too bad. Should be pretty good sleeping weather. Get to listen to the rainfall and the creek trickle tonight, so should be pretty relaxing.
It's currently about 4 in the morning. Ben's quite asleep and I'm very awake right now. The rain still has not let up. Still been raining basically the entire night. I've been having a hard time staying asleep. So I kind of just lying here listening to it. Supposedly we're supposed to get some snow soon, but kind of curious about that. And no visitors that I've heard, so that's a good thing. Given more though, I had to pull out the hand warmers, just get myself a little bit warmer, because I'm noticing with my ground pad here, kind of sucking the heat out of me. It's not the best. Not like Ben's one that he has. It's a lot nicer than mine, but I'm making it do and getting through it.
Well, good morning. It's currently in the 30s right now.
32 degrees exactly.
And it's what, 8 o'clock in the morning, just about, I believe.
Yeah, 8:30.
We woke up and we were freezing our butts off, so should be an interesting morning. Snowed a little bit. See by the surrounding area, we got a little bit of snow last night after the rain stopped. Trying to get this fire going here, so that way we can start cooking breakfast. Ben's looking a little cold over there in his skivvies.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and my pants are wet. So
Same here. So hopefully we can get this fire going and get some breakfast going, and then get all our stuff dry out from yesterday. Anyways, we'll check back with you guys later. So it's about 11 o'clock and we're finally getting breakfast going after we've got a nice fire and some of our gear warmed out. Ben's over here got some eggs and got some butter in the pan here for some chorizo that we're gonna make. And hopefully it turns out all right, because we're both kind of hungry and want something nice to eat. Anyways, we'll get that cooking. So Ben and I are kind of getting cleaned up here, getting ready to head out for the day. Had breakfast. It was pretty good. We had the chorizo and eggs. A little spicy though, and hopefully that doesn't cause us any problems on our way back to the car.
overall, pretty good trip. Definitely a little wet, less than ideal. We definitely realized what was needed to carry and what was not. So good shakedown trip. We have another trip for sure planned in April, and maybe another supplemental trip later this month or next month. So we'll follow up when we have something planned.
Yeah, maybe we'll post a video if we want. Well, this is Dingle Dong and Dingle Do for the boys back home. See you later.
If you like this video and you'd like to see more, please make sure to like and subscribe.